Good morning, world.
Good morning,
Live from Aventura, Florida. I am Rhea.
and I'm Mike Lantz, and I'm here to educate sighted people about how to live with blind people and get to know us. And I'll tell you, we're not any different than sighted people. We just do things a little differently, but we can do almost anything. And today, I was going to try to keep the video light and happy. And that's what I think I'm going to do.
Sounds good to me, Michael.
What was that?
Sounds good to me, Michael.
Oh, that's good. I enjoyed that. Well, to give you a little background, I was born in Miami, and as I said on the last few videos, I was born blind from too much oxygen. I lived in the Miami area for 13 years. I lived on Southwest 55th Avenue with my mom, my sister, and my late father. My late father was a teacher, and he became a mobility instructor. That's a person who uses a cane.
Lucky
And
for you.
thank you, and teaches the blind people how to use a cane. I also taught them how to read Braille, but I did everything when I was a kid. I used to climb trees, and one time I was up in the tree and they almost had to call the rescue squad, but I made it down, and I used to love to open coconuts. So blind people do almost everything that sighted people do.
So you were treated like a normal child. You were allowed to be a boy, a little
Right,
boy, and to explore
right. In fact, I had a dog that I really liked a lot.
when you were a child.
Yes,
Okay.
I had a boxer, and he was a good dog, and I enjoyed that a lot. I also enjoyed broadcasting. I always wanted to get into radio since I was about 4 years old, and I moved to Boston back in '66 because of the fact that the public schools were not really working out right with the blind when it came to Braille and different programs. And at that time, I was having trouble coping with being blind because a lot of people didn't understand. I didn't understand. I was an adolescent at the time. You asked me the question, Rhea, how does it feel to be blind? I don't know anything else.
Yeah, I asked you that this morning when I walked in. Yeah, how does it feel to be blind?
I don't really know because I've never seen anything, not even the big black dog. But what makes it hard is if you could see at one time, you have an idea of concepts and what things look like. But
Sure.
if you've never seen, it makes it that much difficult. I was at the Aventura Mall, and I would need help, and people would come over and either try to push me, and I tell them, wait a minute, please don't push me. I'm not a shopping cart. The shopping cart isn't here today. But I was very happy when people would say, here's my arm. They'd let me take their arm. I'd ask them if they work with the blind, and they said no. But I think that being blind comes with so many different things and so many different things that people have got to learn how to use and understand. I have a talking clock,
Oh, great.
and I have a talking watch.
So that tells you when lunch is or when breakfast is
Yes,
and lets you know when it's time to go to sleep.
right.
Okay.
And I enjoy that. But I think the most important thing is that if you become blind, you try to either get help. Don't just sit around and do nothing about it and feel sorry for yourself. It's going to happen at first, but try to live as much as you can. Try to do whatever you can for yourself. Go to rehab centers, go to different places where they work with the blind. I know because I went to Daytona Rehab Center, worked on mobility, worked on braille, worked on woodwork, worked on activities of daily living.
Well, that was very good.
Yes.
That was very good.
Right. I had trouble distinguishing colors, and I still do. But being blind, in a way, it's not easy. You have to convince the public that blind people can still make it. It makes it harder in other countries. In other countries, they don't expect blind people to be independent. They want blind people to live with families or live with somebody and not be independent.
So it's really important for blind people to learn about being independent.
Yes, and to ask for help when they need it, and have sighted people come up to them, and instead of just pushing them around, say things like, "Hi, introduce yourself, be friendly. My name is so-and-so, can I help you? What would you like to learn?" Blind people tend to be very lonely because people just don't want to deal with them, and it's really sad. But what
Yes, it is really sad, and we're trying to figure out why sighted people don't want to have anything to do with blind people, mostly. I mean, you have met some lovely people out there when you've been out eating.
right,
I mean, most of the time, I would say 9 out of 10, you don't meet anybody and nobody wants to talk to you. But on occasion, you've met some beautiful people.
yeah. I think the hardest thing about being blind, one of the hardest things, is dating. In fact, you have an interesting story, Rhea, about a lady coming up to you and saying,
Oh, yeah, I was here a few weeks ago where Michael lives, and a lady came up to me and said, what are you to Michael? So jokingly, I said, he's my lover. She almost fell off her chair, and she said to me, blind people can have sex? And I said, yeah, and he's really good.
I can find my way out, but I can't find my way in. Actually, I can find my way in, but not find my way out. No, really, folks, blindness shouldn't stop you from living your life. Blindness is frustrating, but yet things can be done. I think in our next video, I am going to do a whole program
Okay.
on a perspective of blindness and what to do and what not to do. If I repeat myself, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to get people to understand that being
Okay.
blind is not that difficult. So, thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, we'll see you again shortly.
Take
Have
care.
a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.